Hello my friends, this is Regular Slasher and thank you for watching my videos as usual. Yeah. In this clip, I want to share to you my thoughts once again, and I have procured a couple of new targets here. So these are pool noodles. In case you don't know, so those are pool noodles. They're hard to come by because I still have to go to the do-it-yourself shop to find some of these, and I still have a last one off cam, and I bought 3 of these pool noodles so we could have fun. And let me explain how it feels like after cutting, actually before, during, and after cutting the pool noodles. And I would like to explain to you what the experience feels like, okay, and the comparison between the tatami mats, the banana trunk, and pool noodles. And let me start with the looks. The pool noodles actually are long pieces of styrofoam that is long, obviously, that looks like a noodle, but its main use is that for people to hold on to something while on the pool, right? So any swimming pool for the matter, any lifeboat doesn't have to be in the shape of a donut, but some shape. It looks like this, like a noodle, and this isn't just a flotation device, so I'm going to cut this for later. Let's save that for later. Yeah, let's get down to business. First, when the way you cut at the pool noodles is not much different with the water bottles or the the tatami mats or the banana trunks, but the main difference between those and that of the pool noodle is that this is less messy, because the moment you cut, it doesn't splatter anything like a water or some gunk. In fact, you need not worry about rusting your blade because of this, but per piece this is going to cost about $2. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I converted that. One piece of a pool noodle will cost around $2. And as you can see, in a windy situation like this, these are dynamic, unlike in the tatami mats, where even if the winds are strong and your tatami mats would stay in place, but for the pool noodles, they dance away if the wind is much stronger, so it gives you a more dynamic version of the target. But let me see that. 1, 2, 3. Just what happened if the angle is not correct, your pool noodle will be on this array and may not cut as expected. So the difficulty level of this I gave 8 out of 10, right? So let me fix this up with that and see how it goes. 1, see? Now, even if, let's say that your blade is straight, but it has so many factors to be taken into account before making that successful cut of the pool noodle. All right, let me put it again. Right. So even if you think that you've made a successful cut, but because of the curved nature of this particular pool noodle, you're not quite sure if your technique is correct, but you're able to make that cut. See that around? Let me take that. Look, it looks curved, but it looks like a clean cut. And let me set this up again for the second time. Let's see how it feels like. Whenever the blade comes into contact with the target, it kind of have some bouncing point unless you follow through with your blade. You're going to make that technique anyway, but it's going to take a lot more patience, unlike those of the tatami mats that in the banana chunk as well, that you attempt once or twice and you get it. But in this case, the pool noodle is different because you have to take the wind into account as well as your technique. Alright, let's see how it goes with the two-handed. As you can see, there's another cut. It looks clean though, although it's a pool noodle. And let's do that again. Let's do that again. I pretty much love that squishing sound too, whenever the blade comes in contact with the target. Looks like I've been doing this until midway of the target, and let's do that again. How about the way I set the target up? It's like freestanding next to freestanding, because I just put some nails on next to the target, which I think it's also a factor in how you set it up. It's like cutting paper, you know. 1, 2, 3. See, it also has a bounce. Yeah. Right, so this time I forced the pool noodle up to the gap in the middle, and let's see how it behaves when I try to cut. Take 2. What just happened? As I observed, depending on the curvature of the pool noodle, you have to have your cut about 45 degrees. So it means that your aim should also change depending on the curvature of the target. So I think this what makes the pool noodle a unique target, because it doesn't stand in a straight vertical plane, and it varies also depending on the wind conditions. The windier, the more difficult I find. So the next time you think about making the pool noodles a target, you need to take all this into account, okay? Yeah. Another observation that I found was that because it was placed in a straight line, I forced it all the way, so even if I did not have a dowel in here in the middle, but it behaves just like an upright target. So the path of the blade that made the cut, literally it somewhat made a push to the point in which the target and the target stand meets. Alright, so because of that, the cut is somewhat stable, and again, because it's made of styrofoam, so it's not particularly straight, but it looks like a spiral. It looked like something like a spiral to it, but it's still a cut nonetheless. Alright, here so I'm looking for this. So somehow the sword successfully cut the pool noodle, but in a curved path. So I find it weird, and I'm gonna look into it. So there. So in conclusion, depending on the placement of your pool noodle, if you put some nails at the side and then just stick your pool noodles to the side, it might be difficult because it feels like a freestanding target. So whenever you try to make the cut, the force that the target and the base has made its way, so it has less friction, so therefore the target is less stable, and the chances are high that both the target up and down the blade path will fly off the target. So whenever doing your target practice with a pool noodle, it is advisable to put some dowel above the target stand. Again, what I made for the target stand is only made for water bottles so far. The next time I think I should create a dowel for myself also in this manner to make that cut literally. Alright, here. So it's more stable if you put the dowel after all, alright? Yeah. That's it, my friends. And if you like what you just saw, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And especially if you click the notification bell, you'll be the very first person to know that I have uploaded another video that contains new information that could possibly help you in the future. Yeah. This is Regular Slasher signing off. Thank you. Much love. And どうもありがとうございました。Yeah. And God.